the Lord of the universe, the most beneficent, the most merciful, the master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and from you alone we seek for help. O Allah, guide us onto the straight path, the path of those you favor and not of those you lay your anger upon, or of those you send astray. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Without missing word or wasting much of our time, we now move to the next item on the program of the agenda, which is the citation of today's guest lecturer. Alhamdulillah, we give glory and adoration to Almighty Allah. Today's guest lecturer is a seasoned administrator, a principal assistant registrar in the registry unit of the Federal Polytechnic of Ofa, a prolific writer, and an unfathomable public preacher of truth. He is a full member of both the Institute of Strategic Management of Nigeria and Nigerian Institute of Management. He is a native of Ofa, that is, Ofa local government area of Kwara State, Nigeria. He had both his diploma and degree certificate in Islamic Studies from Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, in 1994. It didn't stop here, and 1997 respectively. Our today's guest lecturer didn't stop here. He bagged Master of Degree in the same discipline at the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria, in 2007. He joined the study of the Polytechnic Ofa in 1999 and rose by promotion to the position of a principal assistant. He is married and blessed with children. May I, on this note, present to you an erudite scholar in person of Imam Abdul Wahid Olayinka Adeyemi Alata, our today's lecturer. Bismillah, sir. Imam, you have the floor, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
His mic is muted. It's muted.
Okay, sir. Let me unmute him.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين فلا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم على النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها أن يا رب العالمين. أيها المستمعون الكرام، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Brothers and sisters from across the globe, where we are watching and listening to us this evening, I want to say Ramadan Kareem to everyone. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this effort of ours as part of our jihad in this noble month of Ramadan and reward us accordingly. تأثير وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي على المسلمين. The impacts of social media on the life of the Muslims. To start with, brothers and sisters, what is social media? Social media is a phrased statement, a combination of two words, the social and the media. The social part of it, brothers and sisters, implies the interaction between two or more people, while the media aspect of it implies the modern instrument of communication, such as the internet, while we have the radio, the television, the newspaper, among others, as traditional forms of communication. Brothers and sisters, in the recent time, one will observe that social media has become a phenomenon that is highly and well appreciated by all and sundry, the educated and the illiterate, the old and the young ones, the lettered and the unlettered, even the nomads and the S-men in the remote areas anywhere in the world. Everyone appreciates the word of social media. Brothers and sisters, frankly speaking, to be frank, social media should not be seen as something too foreign or alien to Islam and the Muslims. As a matter of fact, social media should be seen as
This meeting is being recorded.
technological development which Al-Quran has always enjoined the Muslims to be curious about. You will recall that in Quran 55 verse 33, Allah says thus, and I quote, Ya masal jinn wal ins, in istatantum an tanfusu min aqtari samawati wal ard, fanfusu la tanfusuna illa bisultan. Meaning, Allah says, O company of the jinns and man, if you have the ability, you have the capability, you have the privilege, you have the opportunity to penetrate beyond the heaven and earth, do not hesitate. Fanfusu, do not hesitate to do that. Inasmuch as that is to be done to improve your well-being, the betterment of the life of man. You should not hesitate to do that. Fanfusu, la tanfusuna illa bi sultan. But whatever you are, whatever exploration you are carrying out, you should have it behind your mind that you cannot penetrate except by the authority from Allah. Brothers and sisters, inasmuch as one cannot outrightly condemn the use of social media as a sort of technological development that is not welcome and appreciated in Islam, it is pertinent and very important to mention that there is the need for the Muslim to take a serious caution as we appreciate the word of social media. Without any prejudice, brothers and sisters, and without being over-exaggerated, social media is a kind of technological development that have come with a lot of improvement to the well-being of mankind generally, and the Muslims in particular. In fact, it is a kind of welcome development that the importance and the significance is too colossal and extremely enormous than to keep the eye off. The positive impact of social media, brothers and sisters, cannot be overemphasized. Let me begin to mention them one after the other. Brothers and sisters, you will agree with me that social media has turned the world to a global village, so much that at the tip of one's finger, you can access the whole world. with considerable ease and without any difficulties. Brothers and sisters, in those days, when somebody asked one of his family member to travel to Mecca, from the time you will bid him goodbye at the airport, you may not have any interaction with the person again until he returns home. It may be after a month or 2 months after the pilgrimage that the person will return home. But things like that cannot happen again because social media has simplified it. You can be interacting with your brother who are performing Hajj even on daily basis. That is the work of social media. Another instance, look at when we started this year's Ramadan. It was in Saudi that the moon was sighted. And within a couple of hours, it has been circulated to so many countries that the moon has been sighted in Saudi Arabia, and the following day was declared as the first day of Ramadan. Brothers and sisters, that is the essence and the work of social media. Another thing, brothers and sisters, social media has also made getting in touch with one another through talking, through chatting, through messaging, and easier done, irrespective of distance and time of the day. The Prophet ﷺ has rightly enjoined. He says, "Silu ara'amakum wala bisalam," that we were enjoined by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as Muslims to always bring our family members closer to us by getting in touch with them. Brothers and sisters, before social media, this may pose a kind of difficulty. One may not be able to do that or achieve that because of distance.
Yes.
Especially when somebody's loved one is not in the country, is abroad. It will be very difficult for one to interact with somebody who is not living in the same environment with one. But with the coming of social media, even if your loved one is in China or in America or UK, all it takes is just to pick your phone and put a call across to him or her, and you begin to inquire about his welfare. You talk, you interact, you share ideas, you discuss problems, you discuss sources. Brothers and sisters, these are essence of what? Of social media. Social media also is a sort of knowledge bank, e.g. the Google and the Chrome application and several other applications that one can easily exploit for browsing. Brothers and sisters, there is no any branch of knowledge, any topic that is researchable at all. You can just type it on the Google. Whatever information you need about the topic, Google will bring it for you on any other application of browsing. Brothers and sisters, this is work of social media. Social media, brothers and sisters, has also simplified the practice of Islam and made it more easier for us through applications like the Qibla Finder. Perhaps one is traveling to a place that there is no even a single mosque there, and you don't even know the direction of Qibla. If you have your phone with you and you have that application for Qibla Finder on your phone, you just place it now and it will give you the direction of the Qibla.
Yes.
That is the essence of social media. We have Al-Mu'azzin as an application that will be calling the Adhan each time it is time for each obligatory prayer. Then we have Al-Quran for reading, for listening, and for learning. In fact, most of the ancient books of Tafseer, like Ibn Kathir, like Al-Qurtubi, like Asawi, like Jalalain, and the rest of them, they are now online. You can access any of them with considerable ease and without any difficulty. Even books of fiqh, book of hadith, book of tawhid, they are all now online through applications. Brothers and sisters, social media also create a platform for business. You can advertise your product on social media. You can buy and sell through social media and lots more. For instance, without any prejudice, the phenomenon of social media has indeed brought about improvement to the welfare and general well-being of human race. However, brothers and sisters, having said all this, and as good as this word of social media, it must as well be mentioned that there are so many plagues of evils that one can easily fall a victim if a serious caution is not taken in the way we relate with the social media. People in the recent time, most especially the Muslims, or let me say the Muslims inclusive, we are so much addicted and mania of social media that we have made social media our idol. We share our entire life through social media. Brothers and sisters, when we wake up very early in the morning, we say good morning to all our fans. We put it or post it on social media, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Twitter, etc. When we are ready to go to office, we take another selfie and put on social media. And we say set for the day's work. We put a post, set for the day's work, thereby giving signal to our enemies and the envious ones. We are keeping them abreast of our daily activities. Even when we leave office in the evening, we take another selfie and put on social media, alhamdulillah, for the day's work. During family celebration, during our weddings, during birthday, during walima for our children, during naming, during housewarming, during funeral, we take several selfies and share them on social media. Even when our wife is pregnant, during the child labor, when the child is born, during naming, everything on social media. Even when we perform religious rites like Hajj, when we're supposed to seclude ourselves and have a strong communion with Allah, when we will be expected not to allow any distraction, yet people still take a lot of selfie during Hajj. We are now at Jeddah. We are now at Masjid al-Haram in Medina. We have entered Mecca. We are performing our first tawaf al-Qudur. We are Maqam Ibrahim. We are facing Hajar al-Aswad. We are doing our tawaf and Marwa now. We have concluded with our Umrah, and we are going back to the hotel and things like that. Even in Medina at Rauda, very busy place that ordinarily one is expected not to allow any distraction. At Rauda, what is expected of every group pilgrim is to observe Nafila and pray, make a silent prayer. But yet, people will still give their phone to their friend to cover them as they observe Nafila at Rauda. Brothers and sisters, aside from all these that have one negative effect on us or the other, we watch and engage in so many immoral things on social media, not minding the negative impact they could have on our life. Brothers and sisters, as good as the word of social media, there are so many plagues of evils that one can cheaply be a victim if one does not put a limitation in the way we share our entire life with social media. Social media has a number of negative impacts that is very, very important for the Muslim to have a restraint. Otherwise, we will fall a victim of social media. The negative impact of social media would affect us. Brothers and sisters, among the negative impact, Number one, إنها تسلك الأوقات الثمينة. Social media is a time-wasting tool. It's a time-wasting tool or a time-wasting instrument. Social media is the thief of the time. It wastes a lot of our precious time. Our precious time that we could have used for better or more reasonable things. We commit much of our time on what? On social media. Brothers and sisters, there is the need for us to limit the way we relate with social media. Secondly, social media is also a sort of distraction. A distraction for a worshiper away from God.
Allah.
Social media would deny us the opportunity to be with Allah. Some people can have a sleepless night. They will not sleep from night till morning. What will they be doing? They will be on YouTube, on Facebook, jumping from one platform to another platform. From 10 p.m. in the night till the following morning. But ask such people to give just 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour to God. They find it very difficult. Social media has been able to distract them to have a relationship with God, to have a communion with God. It has distracted them. Social media is another sort of distraction, even for our young ones. We no longer have academic excellence as we used to have it in the past. When the lecturer is in front of the student, sweating, trying to impart the knowledge on them, the students, they are with their phone under their desk. If they are not on Facebook, they are on Instagram. If they are all on Instagram, they are replying messages on WhatsApp. Or they are even watching film or watching TikTok. Brother and sister, social media is a distraction. Even a distraction to the worshippers. In spite of the fact that at every entrance of any mosque, they will put an inscription, please switch off your phone. But yet, you still begin to hear different ringing tones. When you begin to observe the prayer, you begin to hear different ringing tones, as such that the worshippers will be distracted from having concentration on their prayer. Even it is a distraction for the loved ones. In a situation where you will have the husband as head of the family, the wife who is a mother of a number of children, and the children, everyone in the sitting room. But instead of sharing the affinity, the love that's supposed to ensue between the family, a nucleus family. Brothers and sisters, everyone will be busy chatting, pressing the phone. If the father or the mother, in a way, has a cause to send one of the children on an errand, immediately the child will react, oh, mommy, don't disturb me. I am chatting. I am busy. Or the wife needs the attention of the husband. The husband will not answer her because he is busy
Chatting.
Brother and sister, in this way, the core values, they are going into extinction. We are missing things. Sorrowfully intiba. It's a distraction. Social media has caused a serious distraction. It is even a distraction for our own consciousness. Some people they have had accident as a result of having concentration for phone.
Yes.
You are driving and you are replying a message. You are driving and you are answering a call. You are driving and a message enter into your WhatsApp and you want to see it. You are trying to chat with somebody. Or you are working on the highway and you are pressing your phone. You will not know when a car will come and hit you. And one may accidentally meet one's death unconsciously. Social media has caused a lot of havoc. Brothers and sisters, social media, another negative impact is that social media encourages laziness. It ties people down. They will say they are using it to while away time. Whereas it is laziness, sitting down, doing nothing. It will be time for a prayer. They will hear the call to prayer. They will not answer because they are busy with their phone. Laziness. Well, sister, it is also a platform for several immoralities and ungodly behaviors. In those days, it will be very difficult for a child in a Muslim, in a well-trained Muslim home. It will be very difficult for a child to bring in a sex film video, a sex film disc. Where will he play it? Where will he get the machine to play it? It will be very difficult because it is an immoral conduct. Our culture does not allow it.
Yes.
But today, everything is on the social media. It's on the social media. That is where our young ones are coerced. That is where they are initiated. That is where they are exposed to all sorts of immoralities and ungodly behaviors. Brothers and sisters, وَيُكْسَفُ إِلَى الشَّرَارِ الْآسِدِ وَشَرِّ الْعَيْنِ بِالْتُيُورِ. Social media also exposes one to the evil of the envious one and the evil of the evil eye and the witches. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam not to expose himself to the evil of the envious ones. He had taught him that he should always seek his protection against the evil of the envious ones and the witches. And that is why Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah says, "Oh Muhammad, قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد." That, oh Muhammad, see protection, see refuge in Allah, the Lord of the daybreak, from the evil of that which He created, and from the evil of the darkness, especially when it is intense, and from the evil of the people who blow on the north, and from the evil of the envious ones when they practice their envies. Oh Muhammad, say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind, Malik Nas, the King of mankind, Ilahi Nas, the Lord of mankind, Min Sharil Waswas al-Khannas, from the evil of the sneaking whisperer. Allah says, you as we feel to do nas, who suggests into the hearts of mankind, Min al-Jinnati wan-Nas, among the jinn and mankind. So, brothers and sisters, you are sharing your successes. You are sharing your goodness. Everything you share online on social media. By so doing, you are exposing yourself. The Yoruba people will tell you this to anybody, I'm a second, I'm a double. If your cultivation has come out very good, you don't need to announce to the whole world that God has blessed you. You don't have to do that. You will have to protect yourself, protect your family, protect your wife, and protect your children. Are you with me? The prophet said, Al-Aino Aku. The power of the witchcraft is a reality, it's true. Do not say there is nothing. Never say that. If you say there is nothing, then you are an ignorant. You do not know what you are saying. The prophet said, I know Aku. The power of the witchcraft is what? It's true. So do not expose yourself. If Allah has done good to you, it is not until when you begin to announce to the whole world. Some people will even be posting the ideology of their women on Facebook. And people who need it, they will just pick it and use it for whatever they want to use it for. And lastly, brothers and sisters, wayuktalu al-akila, why you see the social media also kills the brain. It kills the brain and retards the intellect. If you're a type that is so much addicted to social media, it will get to a time that you will not even have what we call power of assimilation. You will not be able to think by yourself. You will not be able to have a thought of yourself. Everything you want to put on social media. Some people will even be asking the public to advise them on social media. I received a serious beating from my husband. Today, my people, please advise me. What do I do? My body didn't. People that were not there when you did your akidu, and you are not asking them to advise you. Every Dick and Harry to come on your page and advise you. Brothers and sisters, let us put a limit to all this so that we will not be a victim of what? Of negative impact of social media. Now, the way out. How do we avoid the negative impact of social media? So that we will not be a victim. Number one, are we following me? Reduce the length of time you use for social media. There is time for everything. It is not all the time, during the daytime, the nighttime, 24 hours on social media. Get out of line. It is not every time that you will be online. 24/7. Some people, they are online. On Facebook, they are there. On Instagram, they are there. On WhatsApp, they are there. On TikTok, they are there. Social media, reduce the length of time you use for social media. 2, do not allow social media to cause distraction for you. When it is time to have a seclusion and talk to your Lord, give him that time. Create time for your wife. And be on social media. Your phone is not your idol. It is not your wife. It's not. It cannot be taken to the poor sister. Come elomi baku. Ofema kala juko du phone lolo. Some people, if their phone is missing, the kind of madness within short period they would display. Subhanallah, as if the heaven is about to fall because they are missing their phone. Some people will even be crying. And if anybody asks them, what is the problem? They will tell the person their phone is missing. And if somebody wants to phone, no, you are doing all this because of phone. You will tell them you cannot understand. My phone is my life. Okay, the day you will die, let your phone follow you to the heaven. Okay? Do not let us allow phone to cause distraction for all. There is time for everything. Only the sites that are morally and Islamically acceptable. Even if you are on social media, if you are about to watch a particular video, and information will come to you, it will be displayed on the screen of your phone that viewers' discretion required. They are telling you what you are about to watch. Ordinarily, is not for a normal human being. That is why they are asking you that you should use your discretion. But because you are a carefree individual, you still click on it. And you begin to watch what ordinarily is not expected of you as a good Muslim to watch. And number 4, do not share your entire life with social media. It could be dangerous. It is not everything we share on social media, especially personal information. Personal information. You don't share them. Things that are so personal to you. Some people we cannot even, some things we cannot even share them with our loved ones, not even with our child and with our children, with our wife and our children. But we share such information on social media. My brother, it is bad. Number 5, and do not subscribe to pages that are against the teachings of Islam. There are so many applications on social media. There are so many sites, even educative sites that our children can learn from. There are so many of them online, on social media. Let us visit those sites and learn and gain things from those sites. And let us also desist from posting or viewing bad pictures and bad videos, most especially during this blessed month of Ramadan. It is not every video that we watch on social media. Otherwise, it will render our fasting void. The Prophet said, "Ruba sa'im laysa lahu min siyamihi illa al-ju' wal-atas." So many people will be fasting, but at the end of the day, they will have nothing out of their fasting except that they have only subjected themselves to hunger and thirst because of what they watch on social media. Brothers and sisters, we should be choiceful of the kind of video we watch on social media, especially during Ramadan and even during ordinary days. And we should not like or subscribe to pages that spread false stories. It is against the teachings of Islam. Brothers and sisters, and lastly, we should avoid online bettings and gambling. You just receive a message, 5 million can be yours. 5 million can be yours. Just reply when. Just reply when. What have you done? What business have you ventured into? That will just win you 5 million. You should know that it is gambling. And gambling is haram in Islam. Brothers and sisters, if we take all this that we have mentioned as our watchword, we would definitely never be a victim of social media. I thank all of us for listening to us. And I say, Ramadan Kareem, once again, to everyone, Jazakumullahu khairan. دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
التكبير
الله
التكبير
Akbar.
التكبير. We thank our guest lecturer today in person of Imam Abdul Wahid Olayinka Adeyemi Alata, can have the speaker PAR in the registry of the Federal Polytechnic of Offa. Inshallah, sir, we are going to be a registrar by the special grace of God. We thank you for this particular lecture. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in his infinite mercy, in his abundant mercy, continue to shower his rahmah on you. Continue to shower his blessing on you. On you and your entire household. We thank you very much for this particular. We really don't justice to the topic. We say thank you from that part. We say thank you very much, sir. Now, without missing one, we are going to move to the next item on the agenda. The next item on the agenda, which is the question and answer segment. Dear audience, the floor is now open to each and everyone to ask our questions. If there's any observations, you can also address notify. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide us. Question and answer. To us, that is not clear to us. I believe Iman is therefore
Back. Exit.
We are not hearing you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Good. Audience, please, if you have any question you want to ask, if you have any observation, anything that is not clear in regards to today's topic, please to send it forward to our to do justice to the question. Inshallah.
Question.
Maybe we take the question and pass it to us, pass it across to us. We cannot hear clearly from this end. We are not hearing clearly from this end.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us clearly now?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay. I don't think there's any question on the floor for now.
Because the presentation is self-explanatory.
Inshallah. And that is self-explanatory. In that regard, if there is no question, without wasting much of our time, may I on this note move to the next agenda, which is the closing remarks. May I on this note call on Imam Salauddin Misbah Olagoju to please lead us in the closing remarks for today.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah, 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 rabbil alameen. As-salatu wa salam ala khairul mursaleen. We thank Almighty Allah for making today's webinar a successful one. We would like to appreciate our guest lecturer on behalf of the Chief Missioner, the NASFAT Chief Missioner, in person of Al-Imam Maruf Abdul Aziz Onike, Adamallahu Hayatahu. We would like to appreciate you for giving us an educative lecture. And we confess that we really enjoyed the lecture and we benefited a lot from your presentation. May Almighty Allah continue to increase you in knowledge. May Almighty Allah continue to strengthen you. May Almighty Allah continue to increase you in wealth, and may He continue to protect you and your family. We thank you. We thank you. And inshallah, maybe very soon, we'll soon get in touch with you for another topic. Inshallah, may Allah continue to be with every one of us. I want to say once more, Jazakumullahu khairan. Jazakumullahu khairan. Jazakumullahu khairan jazahi. Assalamu alaikum. Viewers at home, let me implore every one of us. We really thank you. We appreciate you for participating in today's webinar. Inshallah, we want you to join us next week when we will be having another edition of our weekly webinar. Inshallah, next week we'll be bringing for you another erudite scholar in Islam. May Allah spare our life beyond them. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika amma yasifun. Wassalamu ala mursalin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
Yeah, this will call on Imam Abdul Rakim Adibayo to give us the closing prayer. Closing prayer.
To complement what our father said, we want to appreciate everyone of us. May Allah grant you wealth that you've been spending over this because even if you are not doing anything, somebody has to buy that to join us online and connect with us. May Allah provide you and increase you in wealth. That was our ustad, our imam, who participated with us, who assisted us, who gave us this knowledge. May Allah enrich you in wealth. May Allah enrich you in everything. May Allah increase you in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. We need next time, next week. Inshallah.
The recording has stopped.